is all around us. But what is sound and how is it made? Welcome to another episode of Science at Home with Mr. Hall. Sound is the energy of vibration. And vibration is the back and forth movement of something at different speeds. So sound needs to have matter to travel through. And matter is made of little particles called molecules, and the closer those molecules are together, the better sound travels. So sound travels better through denser materials like liquids and solids than it does through the air, which is weird. Sound moves in waves called compression waves, where one molecule bounces off the next molecule. It's kind of like dominoes. Amplitude is how much energy is in a sound wave. So more energy means a louder sound, while less energy means a softer sound. So an amplifier, for instance, makes a guitar louder. Frequency is how often the sound waves happen. So something that happens at a faster frequency makes a higher pitch, and something that vibrates at a slower frequency makes a lower pitch. So these tuning forks vibrate at a certain speed, and you can kind of see that vibration if you use a dish of water. So Liam, go ahead and try this. You have to watch real carefully and listen too. Cool, do it again. Watch the little ripples in the water. Do it again, and this time even slower. Neat. So the ripples in the water are the vibrations coming out from the tuning fork. And then when it hits the water, you can hear the pitch go lower because the vibrations got stopped by the water. Neat. So music is sound that is organized and vibrating at certain pitches where it sounds good together. And musical instruments vibrate to create sounds that we like. A drum set is a bunch of different musical instruments of different sizes that are put together to form one kit. And each one of these pieces of the drum set, you have your bass drum and your, what is this called, Liam?
This is called my snare.
Snare, and then your
Hi-hat.
Hi-hat and
The splash.
Splash.
The crash.
Crash, and your Ride, and then these are the
Tom-toms.
Tom-toms, and all those things go together. Well, then you got your
Bass drum.
yeah, and your
Cowbell.
All those things go together to make different sounds. So go ahead and demonstrate a rock beat, Liam. Go ahead. All right, nice job. That's kind of pretty. See, each of these strings has a different thickness, and it vibrates at its own speed. And when you make the guitar shorter or longer by pressing on parts of the neck, you can make sounds that sound good together. Like this is a C chord, and this is an F chord, and this is a G chord. And they sound good together to make a song. But you know, other things vibrate too. A good thing to use if you're exploring with sound at home is wine glasses. Now, this is something you're going to ask an adult for help with. Wine glasses are fragile. Sometimes they're crystal and they might be worth something. So you have to be really careful. You got to ask your parents, hey, can I use some wine glasses? They come in different sizes, and wine glasses are good for vibration because they have a stem. So when you're using a wine glass, you want to hold on to the stem with your fingers like this. Now I set these tuning forks up because I was able to tune these wine glasses. They vibrate at their own speed, so depending on their size. So the bigger ones tend to vibrate lower, and the smaller ones at a higher pitch. So you gotta hold the stem so they don't fall over, because they are really fragile. So I tuned these ones over here to C, E, F, and G. So this would go along with the song I was playing. So when you add water, you add more matter. And so something that's bigger and has more mass vibrates slower. So you end up having where this one vibrates, that one's definitely lower. Another little trick you can do, it'll drive your parents nuts, but you dip your finger in the water and you run it around the rim. Check out that water vibrating. It's vibrating at just about the pitch of C. Look at that water. Look at the sound vibrations inside. That one's vibrating at the pitch of E. F. And... Oop, that one's harder. There it goes. Harder to get, I'm gonna go. It's not as much air to vibrate in there. You can do that with the empty ones too. Yeah, you gotta keep your finger wet. Makes a real irritating noise. But it's pretty cool. So sound has to vibrate through matter. Can't hear sound in space because there's no matter in space. And the speed at which something vibrates is its frequency, and that causes pitch. So something that is a high-pitched sound, like a Chihuahua's bark, is going to be a lot higher pitched than like a Great Dane's bark or a bigger dog, right? So thank you for joining me on another episode of Science at Home with Mr. Hall. Give this stuff a try. Let me know in the comments if you liked it. And as always, science is all around us.
Okay, so this is my pitch.